Hey, it's James with the Brisbane Football Review. The Raw's heavy travel schedule started to take its toll as the Raw went down 2-1 to Wellington Phoenix at Suncorp Stadium tonight. The goals came from... look, who cares? The Raw lost. Let's hear what the fans had to say. Sure. All right, so Chris, what do you think of tonight's game?
Disappointing, just in the fact that we lost, but the fact is we have a lot of injuries, and in the last six games we've been to China, we've been to Perth, we've been to Melbourne. So it hasn't been, the travel's taking its toll.
I think it's like 7 games in the last month.
Yeah, and everyone goes, oh, Perth, it's in the same country. It's a 5-hour flight. So when you've got to go to China and then Perth, there's 14, 15 hours just in flights there. And, we've got a few injuries, like Corey Brown's still out, Luke DeVere's now out, Bowles is out. So there's a lot of injuries. So you can be disappointed, but also it kind of makes a bit of sense. And the young guys are getting good experience from this, so they can only get better. Probably Trump. All right, we good? All right, guys, what do you think of tonight's game?
It was really frustrating.
Some of the calls didn't go our way, but I feel like we played well, but Wellington just outplayed us tonight.
They got a few breaks when they needed it.
Yeah. We weren't. For first goal, it was just poor defensive marking from us, leaving Schmeltz open in that.
Jade North missed him.
Yeah, just leaving him in that space was just terrible.
Missing the veer tonight. Yeah, big miss.
Jamie Young should be in goal.
All right, guys, what do you think of tonight's game?
Oh, they looked tired. They really did. Tired legs, a lot of running, a lot of games. They just didn't have that finish,
Honestly, I think we did dominate for most of the game, but we just could not get the chances, could not finish at all.
Bit frustrating with the heavy schedule starting to take its toll?
It is, and you could see that tonight, But I mean, the ball bounced Wellington's way the whole game. I'm not saying that because I'm biased. Just it bounced to them and they cleared it. They
got the luck that.
And we got to shoot too. We get to that to the box and we stop.
It's not a photo. It's an interview.
Oh, what do you think of the game? Yeah.
The game was fucking awesome.
I can't show that.
What about you? I thought it sucked. They were really tired and just flat and unenergetic.
Who?
The Raw.
Oh, I thought it was the people in the serving the food.
Were
you surprised Matt Mackay had a shot on target?
I've been calling for Matty to have a shot for about 5 years, and he did really well. He should use that left foot more and more.
Finally got one on target.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Like we just never get them on target. We can't outside of the box. We're screwed. We just have to get the tap-in chances. That's about it.
So, which of the young guys stood out for you? Coletti always, even before this, even when he played in the game against the Filipino team, he stood out then. He's a Joey's captain. He's got to have something going for him. And he was 10 years old and tried out for Barcelona, the academy. That was last year, right? He still looks 10, yeah. But yeah, so Barcelona don't look at a kid at 10 unless there's promise there. And he's a Joey's captain. That speaks for itself. So I think he can only get better. Yep. What do you think of Cameron Crestani, though? He's been pretty impressive in what he's played.
He showed his worth.
In the Asian Champions League game.
Big boots to fill, so he played well.
And Joe Coletti's going to be great when he hits puberty.
I think he'll be one for the future for the Raw.
He looks promising.
What do you think of Thomas Broich tonight?
Oh, he's outstanding. Always has been. His skill is the best in the league. Always has been. I mean, he's getting a little bit old. I don't mind that. I'm a bit old myself, but his skill is just spot on. Dangerous every time he gets the ball.
Thomas Broich?
Look, I think he's good at setting up the chances, but he just can't get anything going up front. He always just looks too far back, but sometimes he's all right.
And what do you think of Thomas Broich tonight?
I think Broichy loves the fact that with all these games, there's no training, so he can just play, rest, play. And that's why I think he's been at his best in the last 3-4 weeks. If you even against, say, Perth, everyone was going about how good Castro was. I think Broich in that game showed how good he was. And
you can have your Castro, I'll take my Broich.
I'll take Broich any day. Easy.
All right, make sure you check out what's bound to be an interesting podcast on Wednesday that's going to be out on Audio Boom. It's called the Brisbane Football Review. We'll see you next time.
Come on.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terry.
old are you?
He's turning the victory 3-0.